Oh yes. Whoa. It's a good day, guys. It's a good day. I am out on the monster. Wow, man, it feels proper light. I can put my feet on the floor. Oh, this is nimble as anything. It's tiny. This is lovely. Wayne's on the bad boy in front. You're probably going to hear him more than anything else. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, man, you could just feel the weight. It just has no weight, this thing. Whoa. Wayne's off on one. And you know what? Oh, this tank. Just my seating position around this tank is fucking amazing. Wayne on the big boy V4 in front. Street Fighter V4S 23 plate. Oh, I tell you what, there's so much play in that shifter. But first thing you notice on this is the riding position is great, but it feels so super light. Light, proper light. And I think the position where it is on the Hyper is, you know what, I prefer this. I'm not gonna lie. I think this feels great. Oh, and it looks fucking amazing too. The switchgear is pretty much similar to the, what's it called, the Hyper as well. I don't know what mode I'm in, but look, I got my feet flat on the floor. That's amazing. I'm laughing to myself. Oh my god. Oh, you know what, I like these mirrors as well. I keep saying I need these on my Hyper. Alright, let's get some petrol first. Mate, that is so light. You know what, I wouldn't bemoan you if you sold the Hyper and got this and kept this, because Termagnonis are standard, Öhlins, look, Brembo style lemurs, and you got the little Ducati indicators as well, and these mirrors. Wow, look at these mirrors. Look, well good. Loving the colour. Alright, let's fill up and then we can go out and have a laugh. Oh, a fuel gauge. Look at that, 155 miles it says to empty. I mean, the dash is a lot smaller. Look at the size of that. 23 plate as well. It's got the bit of carbon sighting all over it. I think I'll have a go on that on the way back, if you let me, if we play nice. It's even light in the steering. Shit, could this be a replacement for the Hyper? You know, it's got a bit of grunt in it as well when it wants to. Sounds it as well. I mean, even just sitting in third gear now, sounds fairly quiet. Nice and easy. The delivery is, I'd say, a lot smoother than the Hyper. The Hyper's a bit more raw and you can tell when it throws you back a bit, but on this it's a bit smoother. Oh, the brakes are what I'm used to. The feel on the bite is great. I like the feel through the for the lever, sorry. It feels there's hardly any play. I think because it's obviously brand new and the pads are super thick. I think it probably is suited to the lighter rider just because of the way it's so flickable and nimble. And I think because it is a bit lower, you can literally, you don't feel so bad, I think, when you're trying to go around corners. You know, when you come from riding Hypers, when you sit on something a little bit lower, because I'm normally probably up here, but to feel a bit here now, but I feel very comfortable on this. For a short arse person like myself, this is a cracking bike. It's a bit twitchy on the front. Obviously it's probably just got stock suspension settings. Like town cruising speeds, second gear, it's fine. It's like, I don't know, I don't want to say it's detuned or it's, you know, a bit more comfier, easier to ride at lower speeds. I don't know whether that's just the mapping done on this, everything that they've learned. It doesn't have like the jerkiness of it, even just at low speed. And I'm not like cranking it, I'm just smoothly going for it, whereas a Hyper would be a little bit like this, whereas this feels smooth. You do get a little bit of burbling and a bit of pop, 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 pop on that Termi, so I can't complain too much on that. You know, for what you get as standard on the SP model. Oh, turning in, you don't even have to bloody do any effort to turn left and right. It just leans in. Past the copper, hopefully he doesn't follow us. Hey, signs on Matlock. Can't go wrong. Wheelie monster. Fucking hell, man. Wayne can ride. I can't do any wheelies. The down blips are fucking beautiful. The down blips are great. Oh, let's just see if we can sit in third. Oh, yes. I just don't think I'm used to the play. It's like you press the button or the lever to upshift, and I want the shift there. It's a bit of a, like an automatic in a car. You know, sometimes when it does that a little bit. But the blips, instant. Love it. I'm a bit of an old school mechanical. I like a clunky and a quick when it goes up. Tell you what, good old Wayne does look good on that V4, doesn't he? I think that suits him, definitely. I think that's why he's in a bit of a dilemma between the Hyper and this one. This could be similar classification to the Street Fighter, obviously a bit toned down. The Hyper's a bit of a taller riding position, probably suits the bigger person. Let's remember, I want someone else's bike. This is what I'm on about. Hopefully you don't hear too much wind noise. Oh yes. Oh, the front is a bit twitchy when it goes over bumps. That must be the rebound. Needs a bit of work there. You know what, when you're in that range, at 6-7 and you go, it has that bit of throaty. I don't know. I think it's definitely suited to second gear. I don't know whether the gearing on this might be you know, different to the Hyper, because it definitely doesn't mind sitting here at 20 mile an hour in second gear, and it, whoa, you see, I think a Ducati on this, obviously get the flash done because it needs it for fueling. This will be sort the shifter out, get some tweaks done on suspension. It doesn't say speed cameras. Go. Fourth gear, just cruising. Oh. Off the bike. Listen to that. That sounds fucking nice. And you know what? It's not. It's a nice sound, but it's not egging you on type thing. It's not saying, come on son, you can do it. It's just saying, I'm here mate if you need me. The brakes are the best thing on this bike. I've always said, guys, fucking get your brakes sorted out. The brakes give you the confidence to ride bikes. A bit more on the edge, a bit more on the limit. Oh, one thing I have noticed though is the throttle is a bit softer. Obviously the Hyper obviously gives you the arm pumpers of when you sit on it, but this just rolling on, rolling off. It doesn't require as much effort. I suppose it is just a generally softer all-round bike, isn't it? Look at that! Oh shit! What a view, man! What a view! The tyres get up to temperature. Derbyshire Dales. See that? Pull up. It's just all hills around here, isn't it? Up, down, you go up one hill to one town, go down another hill to another town. You know what, guys, I like this. You know, for those of you, right, who get a Hyper and then maybe think it's a bit too wild or crazy for you, maybe just want something a bit more, I don't want to say tamer, say smoother, refined. This is the bet this is the bike. This is the one, guys. Don't mess around with anything else. This one. Look at that. Just third gear, pull, overtake, done. And you know what? The engine brake, you know when you come off the throttle? On the Hyper, you come off the throttle, it's like dropping an anchor. You don't really hardly have to use the brakes. When you're on these roads, third, fourth gear, the Hyper is literally off throttle. Bong, off throttle, boom, bang it. This is not so bad. I think that's just the fueling and the mapping is just a bit more smoother. It just needs the suspension setup, similar I had to do on my Hyper. I found the front really hard, twitchy when I first got it from stock, and I think the same on this. I don't know what rider weight this is geared up for, but I might try and see if we'll get a picture, hopefully, of the bikes together. Don't feel any heat anywhere either. And the exhaust is out the side, so it's not crawling up under your crotch. I think I am pleasantly happy with this bike. I am pleasantly pleased. I wouldn't bemoan anyone who gets this and picks this up. I think you can do similar mods on this like you can do on the Hyper. I don't think you need this and the Hyper. It's either this or the Hyper. Don't need both. So I think that's a decision for Wayne to make. So yeah, right. Catch you in a bit.